Hello, this is Bridget Rau with Divine Essentials. Alright everybody, how are you? So I've received my newest deck. This is the Journey of Love Union Oracle, and I do love it. It came out really nice. However, there was a couple of things I noticed that the colors that I uploaded to the place, they are a little bit different. This one in particular here is number 44, and it says Dreaming, but you can barely see it. Especially not on camera, so I've gone back and edited it, and as soon as that is available, I will let everybody know. So there will be a version where I have fixed that, and I changed a little bit of color there, and there was one other card that I had to edit, but other than that, everything looked beautiful and perfect. So this is the new deck. I will do an opening video when I have the full-on edited version, okay? But tonight, gonna do like a quick little spread here just because I gotta get up again tomorrow morning and teach the last day of my class. So I have what this person could be thinking, feeling, wanting, and some overall energies. And I had done a card of the day in my Facebook group earlier, and the card that came out was, I think it was magnetism, and it was about, you know, being able to feel this person inside of you, and it's like driving them crazy. And then for the overall energy for this spread here, I got 42. I can't stop thinking about you touching me. Fantasies. So that energy is pretty strong right now. The little channeling that I brought in earlier was pretty much saying that the more that these people are trying to suppress those feelings or deny them, or even in some cases, like numb them, that the more that they're trying to do that, the actual stronger it's going to get. And some of the more awakened or woke people who are aware of the energies we're in, like they understand concepts of Scorpio season and retrogrades and things like that, they're actually just like trying to ride this energy out. And the information I received is that the more that they try to deny it, or the more they try to suppress it, the stronger it's going to get for them. So I feel like this is something that's going to be big in the collective regardless, that this person, the more that they try to deny, the more they're going to have those types of feelings of fantasy and desire, and that magnetism is just kind of growing, okay? Now within the headspace, I had number 15 come out, which is we have grown, but it's also about confusion. So it's like this person's confused, and I feel like they're confused about a couple of things. And I found it interesting because it came out with 17, which is I need to express myself, balances and imbalances. The energy that when I was channeling this is like, obviously we have grown, but there's still some confusion for this person. It's almost like, how come things aren't changing, or how come I still feel this way? Like, I know I've done work, I know things have been different, like they're just confused about where they're at. But also this card was about like sexual desires again. So this could be for somebody that is, you know, bisexual, or somebody that's gay and is suppressing it. So it definitely ties into that energy I was picking up here. It was like, they can't stop thinking about you, they're desiring you, but they're suppressing it, or and, you know, just trying to ignore it and numb it and push it down and push it down. But the more that they do, the more that need to express it is growing. So you could be dealing with somebody that, you know, maybe identifies as like being in a relationship that's basically your traditional way of being, but the connection with you could be something that goes against that, or they could even just be having some desires for either same-sex or bisexual things. I feel like there's something going on for some of these people that's leading into this confusion. But the more that they grow, the more that need to express themselves comes out. Because when you have something like that going on and you don't embrace it, or you try to hide it or numb it, it's like it just causes a lot of imbalances. And it's usually tied into like expectations of what might people say, or what might people think, or what will so-and-so do. And instead of just going with it, they get miserable, they get depressed, they isolate. So this card here is about isolation and feeling empty. And over here, it's I'm so tired of dancing alone, and it's depression. So I really feel, now obviously that's not going to be for everybody, but for a lot of you, this person is just confused. And some of you, it's about their sexuality. It's some of them, you know, feeling like they want to express that desire that they have for you. But again, if it's because you guys are same sex or something like that, I feel like the more they're denying it, the more confused they get, and the more depressed and isolated they're becoming. Now, if you're not dealing with that, like if you know at your core that this person isn't attracted to other men or other women, and that's not something going on there, I feel like it's more so that they know that there's been growth here, and they're just confused as to why it's not being able to come out yet. Like, they may have seen your transformation, they may feel their own transformation, but it's like, why isn't it doing anything? Why am I still alone? Why am I still sad? Why am I, spending all this time by myself when we're both doing this work? And it honestly, for some, it's like, they're confused within themselves, because it's like they know that you've grown, they know that they want to communicate with you, they know they have these desires for you, but there's something blocking them from being able to do it, and they don't know why. They're like, why? I need to express this, but why can't I? So they're really confused within the mind. Some it's sexual confusion, and some it's just straight up confusion as to why they're doing this to themselves. And again, when they start to go in there, it's like they just want to suppress it. They want to numb it down. They could start drinking or doing drugs, or even, trying to fill up their time with other sexual encounters that aren't meaningful to them, or aren't allowing them to express what it is that they truly do want. This person definitely has a lot of confusion going on, okay? Then we ask what they're feeling, and I had, I'm lost without you, emptiness. So it definitely ties into this energy here. It's like this person is not okay right now. They're feeling empty, they're feeling lost, they're feeling alone, and it's like they're just off in the midst of this depression and this sadness. It's like they can't see clearly that destination there, and I feel like that's a big problem. It's like they may have done a lot of growing, you may have done a lot of growing, but they're not giving themselves the clarity that they need in order to break through this and express what's needed to be expressed. We also have number 33, your perfect custom fit, trust. So it's like the deep in their core, within their feelings, they do trust that this is something perfect for them, that this would fit their life, that they would like this. But it's still, it's almost like they're just lost within the darkness, And it definitely feels tied with that Scorpio energy that can bring up those shadows. And particularly for those of you who are dealing with somebody that's like struggling with their sexuality, it's like they trust you, but I feel like they're having difficulty trusting others, and even in trusting themselves, and that ability to open up and express it. And it's funny because we did get, I'm so afraid to tell you, and this is about fear and anxiety, but it came through upside down. So what I feel is that there is a lot of fear and anxiety for this person, okay? They're afraid to tell people what this is, But when it comes to you, it's like, if it's a sexual thing, I feel like they're not afraid to tell you about it. Like they do feel that they could be relaxed with you, that they could surrender with you, that they're ready to follow you. However, their mind gets in the way of that and blocks them from being able to do it. And I feel like they're afraid of telling others about this desire that they have. And it doesn't have to be just sexuality. It could also be, different religions, different race, different backgrounds, something here that they're afraid to express openly out into the public. But within their emotions, they feel safe to surrender with you. But again, then they get confused as to why that's not happening, So it's like they're confused about it, but they do know why at the same time. And they're just really going back and forth. It's really like a contradictive energy. And I think it's because the energy is so intense, and the more that they try to deny this, or the more they try to suppress this, the harder it's getting for them. I feel like Spirit's just kind of bombarding them with stuff, and their own emotions are just really becoming unbearable for this person. But for others of you, I feel like this person's afraid to tell you that they feel this way, okay? It's like they feel like they want to surrender, but they're afraid to tell you how miserable they are right now. It's like, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling depressed, I'm feeling empty and lonely. I know that I could trust you, I know that I could surrender with you, but it's almost like their pride or their ego is blocking them from being able to do that. It's like, oh, I know that this person would love me and accept me anyway. However, they're such like down in the depths of their own darkness and fears that it's blocking them from being able to actually do it, okay? But they do have something they want to say and express here. and what they're wanting. I had number 25 is a loyal companionship, and my love is unconditional. So this person, you know, does love you unconditionally. I feel that they do want somebody that's going to be there for them in these ways, somebody they can surrender with, who's going to be that perfect fit and, you know, makes that feeling of wholeness and oneness and completion. But there's something within them that's still, you know, not allowing them to do what they want, because even here it's like the moment I wanted you, the moment I saw you. You know, and again, there's seduction here, so it's also a sexual thing. So if maybe, like I was saying, maybe they're in a relationship, maybe you're dealing with a man who's in a relationship with a woman and you're a man, and it's like the moment they saw you, they knew that they wanted you, but there was also a part of them that was like, I gotta suppress that. Or if you're a woman dealing with a man, they may be bisexual. And it's like they knew they wanted you the minute they saw you, but they may be confused about why. You know, there's something definitely going on for some of you within sexuality. But the moment they saw you, whatever it was that's going on around them, they knew. Now, for those of you that it has nothing to do with sexuality, they knew they wanted you the minute they saw you, but there's still something about it that blocks them from being able to just take that leap of faith. But they, again, do know that you're the one. You're the one for them. This is an internal, external, eternal type of love. And with this is, I'm so proud of you. So it's like they're dreaming of you and they have seen your growth again. And I feel like that's why they're confused. It's like they know that there's been a transformation here. They see you, you know, going off and living your dreams. And that could be making some sad too. I'm feeling like they could be wondering if you have grown and you're going after your dreams and things are changing for you, then how come they're feeling this way? You know, especially if they know about the twin flame concept of being divine mirrors and like that understanding, like as one does something, the other. I feel like this person's just really confused. They are proud of you. They do love you, but there's also like a sense of feeling almost like jealous or something. Like there's something there that is still stuck within ego. Okay, but they are proud of you underneath that. If you get rid of the ego, there's a lot of love there, and this understanding that you're going after what you want and your dreams and your desires, and you're making your life happen. You've definitely had that growth. And then down here, we have duality. Can we kiss and make up? So this person does, you know, want to fix whatever's happened here. They do want to, I feel like this is part of their dreams too, is like this dream of theirs to have this person that they know is the one that they can trust, the one that's going to be loyal to them, that they can feel that sense of surrender and just go ahead and let like this person take the lead. But when it's, you know, down to the mind and the 3D and how people perceive you and stuff like that, I feel like that duality really kicks its ugly head up and it blocks this person. But underneath it all, they do want to make up. They want to be able to make love. They want to be able to kiss. They want to be able to hug and hold. They want to have that perfect fit. And they want to be able to express this deep desire that's within them. But they're just definitely blocking themselves. A lot of them, it's their ego, and others, it's just pure depression. Some of you could be dealing with somebody that has some sort of mental stuff going on. Like there could be, what do you call it? Like they could be like bipolar, or they could have like anxiety. There's something there for this group of people that's definitely deep and dark within this person. And the longer that they're going through this, like it's almost like the worse it gets. And I feel like the longer that you've been on this process or whatever, the better you're getting, and that's causing confusion. Because they're like, how is this even possible? Like, why do I keep going down and you keep going up? Okay? And I think it's just because they're not, like that, what I picked up earlier. The more they deny this, the more they go against what they truly want and feel, the harder it's going to be for them in their life. And so I just split the deck, and I got... this is the other one that I fixed. This is number 3. It's about illumination, and it says, thank you for being you, my light in the darkness. So this person, like I was just saying, you illuminate the darkness. It's like you give them that beacon or that light, that glimmer of hope that they can get through this. You know, it's like they do want to tell you, but they're still fearful. And for some of you, I think it's like they're afraid of like what you're gonna think, you know, because they probably, like, on the day-to-day, on the daily, they probably don't act like they're miserable, sad, and depressed, but they are. And I feel like there's a fear that if they were to tell you that you wouldn't love them as much as you do, but deep down they know that you would. So it's like they're definitely going through a lot of confusion. And then I got unbridled. Your spirit set me free. And it was funny because when I picked that one up, this one spun. So it's like your spirit has set them free. It's like, but they're still blocking themselves. So it's like they're not really free. It's like if they were to embrace this and follow that light out of the darkness, they would have that freedom. They would be able to embrace what they truly want, you know, and not go towards what they have inside of them instead of suppressing it and denying it. And this one says, would you say yes? Insecurity. So for some of you, this person's just insecure that, you know, maybe you don't want them back, or that they're wrong about the connection, or that if they were to come towards you and be like honest and vulnerable and authentic about all of this stuff that's going on inside of them, or all of this stuff that's going on sexually with them, that you may not want them. Okay, so there's definitely some sort of insecurity here about opening up, but it feels like it's all related to the mind. It's all related to the ego. If they just let themselves get out of there, they'd be fine, you know. They would definitely be able to express themselves a little bit better. And then we have, I just want loyal companionship. Number 10, completion. So this for me was like similar to like the 10 of Pentacles energy. I really feel that this person wants that. This is like they're wanting that loyal companion. They're wanting that person that's going to give them that completion, that 10 of Pentacles type of vibration, ultimate fulfillment within their life, coming into this place of union. On this journey of love with you, they want to be there, but some of them have been watching and they're jealous. So this could tie into that sexual thing. Like if you've been off and, you know, maybe they care about you, and maybe it's a same-sex thing or whatever. It's like something's definitely going on here. They're definitely seeing something that is causing jealousy. For some of you, it's just the fact that you've grown so much, and for others, it's because you're able to like express your sexual desires and go after what it is that you want and not hide what it is that you truly feel. You know, it's like you put it out there for the world to see. You're not suppressing the fact that maybe you are somebody that's in a same-sex thing, or you're somebody that goes by it both ways, or you're somebody that whatever. It's like whatever it is, it's like you're going after your dreams and whatever you're wanting, and they're proud of you, but at the same time, they're jealous. So definitely we see a lot of confusion within this person's energies, and I feel like this is what's needed. I just split the deck, and this is what's needed. They need clarity. They need to let this stuff go so that they can finally see, because they may be watching, they may be seeing this stuff, they may think they have things figured out, but they don't. They have no idea what they're doing, basically, at this moment, within the mind. If they just let themselves go and release this stuff that feels like torture, they'd be fine. And as I said that, I looked down, it was 1717, so some of you, that could be significant for whatever's going on in your life right now. You could be seeing that number, but I definitely feel like this person's deep in the dark depths of their fears and their ego right now, and they're just feeling kind of lost. Okay, so hopefully this assists you. Hopefully it made sense for some of you. I definitely feel a lot of you guys will be dealing with somebody that is confused about their sexuality, or it's not even that they're confused, they're just not going after what they truly want. And others of you, it's more so just them numbing and blocking their true feelings, and that's causing a lot of sadness and isolation for this person. But at the end of the day, this is what they want, and this is why this feels like torture, because they're not going after what they want. They're just pretending like, oh, everything's fine. And I think once they get over that hurdle of fear and anxiety and all of that, they will have that clarity. And, you know, you probably would be able to make up with them, and you probably would say yes to them if they did what was correct here and expressed themselves appropriately. Oh, and that's funny because I saw the 1717, and this is 17. So for some of you guys, that's a definite thing. And that was like the first thing that came through with this, was that for those of you who are dealing with the same sex type of stuff, or the person, like maybe you're a woman that's in love with a woman and they're married to a man, or maybe, you know, you guys are the same sex and it's like you both are married to men, or you're both married to women, and it's like there's something there that's causing confusion. But at the same time, you're growing, and they're like, why haven't I? Okay? And the more that they do that, because they're the creator of their reality, and the more that they focus on that stuff of like, well, how come it's so easy for them? Or how come they're doing so good? The lower they put themselves down, and the harder it's going to get for them to dig themselves out of there. All right? So hopefully this assists you. In Mune, namaste.